Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut a pencil skirt. And if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Espa, and thank you for stopping by. Do well to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button so that you can always get notified whenever we upload a new video. Let's get to work. So as usual, you will be needing your curve ruler, your marker, your pen, your ruler, your scissor, and of course your tape. And most importantly, you'll be needing your pattern paper. And as you can see, this is two pieces of pattern paper. One is for the front and the other one is for the back. So we are going to be drafting the front and the back pattern. So what we are going to do now, we are going to work with the front pattern first. So let's get to work. So we are going to be drafting a pencil sketch. So we are going to start by taking our vertical measurement. So what we are going to be needing on this sketch is you are going to be needing your waist measurement, your hip measurement, and your full length measurement. So first we are going to go ahead and draw a horizontal line like this, which is going to serve as our waistline. So after drawing our horizontal line, which is going to serve as our waistline, so we'll start by taking our vertical measurement, which is starting from the waistline. You are going to take your hip line. So for mine, I'm going to be taking 8.5. You can go ahead and take 9. So I'll be using 8.5 for mine. So I will mark a point. Then I'll move to the center. I will do the same thing. Then from there you go down to the length of your skirt. So let's just say that the length of this skirt is 25. So you can go ahead and take the length that you want, but this is a pattern paper. So we are just going to use the full length of this pattern paper. So we'll go ahead and draw out our line. The next measurement that we are going to take now is going to be our waist measurement. So we are going to start taking our horizontal measurement, and which we are going to start taking it from our waist. So my waist measurement divided by 4 is 7.5. I'll go ahead and mark 7.5. And then my hip measurement divided by 4 is 9 inch. I'll go ahead and mark 9 inch. And then what we are going to do for the length of the dress, if you want it to be a pencil skirt, so you're going to take your hip measurement, and then after taking your hip, you go ahead and minus 1 inch. So what we are going to take here is going to be 8 inch. So we are going to go ahead and take our 8 inch to give that pencil look. And after which we'll go ahead and connect it together. So for the cuff, for the waist measurement, I'm not going to add allowance to it. So when you are making yours, like when I want to cut it on the dress, so I'll go ahead and add the allowance. So I'll mark it like this. I'll go ahead and use my ruler to draw the So this is what our skirt looks like. So the next measurement we are going to take now is going to be our dart measurement. So to get your dart, you go ahead and take your nipple to nipple measurement. You take your bust point to your bust point, like you divide it into two. So whatever it gives you, you go ahead and mark. So mine is 3.5. So I'll go ahead and mark 3.5 from the waist. So now I'm going to mark from that point which I marked 3.5. I'm going to go ahead and mark 4 inch. Like the depth of our dart is going to be by 4 inch. So now I'll go ahead and rule out my dart line. The next measurement I'm going to take now, I'm going to take 1/2 inch on the both sides to form a dart. So I'll go ahead and rule it. I'll join it. I will start from here and join it to that point which I mark 1/2 inch. So this is what our dart looks like. And again, when you are about to cut it on your main fabric, so you make sure that you replace your dart on your fabric, and then you also add 1 inch for your sewing allowance. So what we are going to do now is to cut our back skirt. So we are just going to go ahead and replace it like this, just as you see me do. So the back part is not hard. Our back skirt has a zipper. So to get your zipper, you go ahead and mark 1.5 inch, or you can go ahead and use 2 inch. So for me, I will be using 1.5 inch. I will mark 1.5 round. After marking it, I'll go ahead and draw it out. I'll go ahead and rule it out with my ruler. I will go ahead and start taking our vertical measurement, just as we did in the front piece. So from my waist to my hip line is 8.5, and then from my waist to my full length, we are using the full length of our dress. So the next measurement that we are going to take now, just as we did, we are going to start taking our waist measurement. My waist is 7.5. And then my hip will go by 9 with 9 inch. And then your hip measure, your pencil skirt, you minus 1 inch from your hip measurement, and then you mark it. And then you go ahead and rule your horizontal line. And then the next measurement we are going to take is our dart. So you take your nipple to nipple from the line of your zipper, 3.5, and then you come down 3.5 to your hip line. You mark 3.5. The length of your dart is, for the back part, we are going to be taking 5 inch. So you go ahead and mark your 5 inch. And then to get your dart, 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch, which is 1 inch. And then you go ahead and rule and form your dart, just as you see me do. and this is what it looks like. Hi guys, this is what it looks like. This is our back piece and this is our front piece. This back has a zipper, and again, I did not put a sewing allowance to it. So when you want to cut your fabric, so you go ahead and add your sewing allowance of 1 inch to it, and make sure when you are cutting the dark part, you have to replace this place with your sewing allowance. So you have to add an allowance to it. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's already giving the pencil skirt shape. You will see now, this side is the hip line, and this is the pencil skirt, and this is, you can see, it's very beautiful. So thank you so much for watching, and do well to give this video a thumb up and then subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much, and see you in our next video. Bye.